everyone, Dennis Speigel here. I want to comment about a very familiar and important subject to all of us, and one that is the cornerstone of our industry, and that's safety. I know we all understand and agree on the importance that safety has on the success of our industry. It always has and always will. Safety is one of, if not the single most important program with which we are confronted daily. We all know we cannot remain in business without a safe operating reputation. Through the years, manufacturers and operators have cooperated extraordinarily to advance rides and attractions to maximize safety. Safety is the first thing we are taught and we teach when coming into our industry. We make sure employees undergo layers of training to qualify them to operate rides and service our guests safely. I want to say at the outset that our industry is among the safest in which to work and recreate. Yet, because of the nature of our business, when an accident of a serious type does happen, it receives the same amount of publicity that an airliner crash experiences. We understand why people come to our attractions. They have fun. My message today is simply a reminder that because of COVID, we've lost 2 years of normalcy. We have lost some of our returning and experienced employees, such as operators and trainers. In some cases, we've lost experienced maintenance personnel and technical specialists. And a lot of cost cutting has happened to adjust for lost revenues. Because of this lack of normalcy and adjustments that have been made necessary to make our business continue, we still have to keep safety at the forefront of our minds and operations. If a facility gets an unsafe reputation, we know this has disastrous economic consequences for the operation and for the industry. Did you know that revenues can drop 30 to 40% or more after an accident? And they have. That kind of attendance decrease can be devastating, not to mention the negative public image that comes with a notable accident. So let's look for a few minutes at what our industry offers in terms of ways to ensure that safety always remains at the forefront of our minds. When it comes to standardization of safety at parks, the industry relies on the ASTM International, the group that develops and publishes safety standards for a lot of industries, including the amusement attraction industry. The ASTM committee that oversees amusement parks meets twice a year to review and formulate standards. We also rely on AIMS International, a leading provider of safety education. AIMS offers online courses on various safety topics and hosts an annual safety seminar with over 500 attendees, more than 300 hours of education content, and more than 100 instructors participating. AIMS created the Academy of Management, Safety, and Security because of operators wanting more specific education and certifications. This program is designed to equip students with the knowledge and skills to effectively manage in the amusement industry when it comes to safety, security, and risk management. MJ Brewer, AIMS executive director, recently said, and I quote, "Risk management and loss control are key to the success of any business, and the skills necessary for optimal performance should be fundamental in all managers' growth." I know you and I couldn't agree more with her on this point. Most of us are all members of IAAPA. IAAPA offers its Safety Institute, held virtually several times a year and in person at the Global Expos. This course is really for entry-level attraction operators to examine safe processes and learn best practices in ride standards. Risk management and safety compliance also apply. IAAPA also offers facility excellence, self-assessment tools, ride safety reporting publications, webinars for education and training, and they work closely with the ASTM to keep the safety and maintenance requirements updated for the industry. Each park has its own individualized training and inspection programs, as we know. Generally, our training is multi-level, meaning one starts at ground level and progresses their training through advanced and specialized levels, whether in-house or through an outside organization. Many parks utilize outside specialty companies to come in and perform operational and safety audits, which allow for another set of eyes and ears to observe operator performance and adherence to safety guidelines. Outside inspections are also done by insurance inspectors, fire marshals, safety officials. They have always varied by state. Now, with all this attention to safety, training, and inspections, are we a safe industry? Absolutely. And we should constantly blow our horn when the opportunity arises. Why? Well, according to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, CPSC, when we did a review, injuries that were treated in emergency departments in 2021 were from 35 categories. Amusement injuries came in the lower half of the list at number 20. Most injuries came from things like exercise equipment, bicycles, basketball, bowling, billiards, gardening, cutting grass. And combined with other categories, the number of incidents above us was well in excess of 1 million emergency room visits. Amusement rides, by comparison, reported 35,000 emergency room visits. Since 2001, IAPA has sponsored an annual survey to collect ride and patron injury info at fixed ride sites. For 2019, the report done by the National Safety Council indicated that over 399 million people visited leisure attractions with over 1.67 billion rides given. The survey showed that the number of injuries was less than 1 in 1 million rides given. Among those injuries, just 6% were reported to be serious, resulting in hospitalization of more than 24 hours. Now, these statistics indicate we are a safe industry, particularly when compared to other activities competing for leisure time dollars. Amusement parks are among the most fun and safest places on the planet for families to visit. As I said at the outset, because of the last 2 years, the world we live in now is starkly different than it has ever been in decades. We may be stressed, overworked, and quite frankly, a little anxious about the future. However, it is incumbent on us as an industry not to become complacent when it comes to safety. According to Jim Shea, president of Premier Rides, and on IAPA's safety committee, and I quote, "Our industry operates under the premise that one injury is one too many. And this should always be our mantra as an industry. We have wonderful opportunities and resources at our disposal to make sure we can always refocus our mindset on important safety aspects. Let's never forget, when a visitor enters an amusement setting, they usually have one thing on their mind, and that simply is fun. Our operations must convey the image of a fun, safe, clean, wholesome environment. Any attention to detail, even cosmetic details, landscaping, trash removal, or clean food service areas, sends a message of care and concern about the other elements of the park. Let's never forget the basics, the fundamentals, those things that each of us learned when we entered the industry. And above all, to educate and train the newbies the way we've always done, with safety being our highest priority and our most important product. We should never lose sight of why safety is so important to our success. Without it, we have no industry. Remember, our visitors trust us to keep them safe. Don't let your guard down. Have a great and safe season.